So, some somewhat breaking news, even though it's a couple days old now. DeAndre Hopkins going to do the Tennessee Titans. He took a 2-year, $26 million deal. He had only visited the Titans and a team that was on our today's top 5, which was New England. Ultimately decided to go with Tennessee. We had talked before the show, and our overall thoughts on this deal were just kind of confused. I mean, we get it. DeAndre Hopkins, he had said and led on, during this whole process that he wanted money over a ring. He was chasing the check and just wanted to be in the best financial situation, and that, to a certain degree, is fine. I understand that. But Steve, I'm going to ask you a series of questions that I think you'll know all the answers to. Out of these two teams, New England and Tennessee, which team had the better coach or has the better coach?
New England.
Which team has the better defense?
New England.
Which team has the better quarterback?
New England.
How about the better offensive coordinator?
New England. Who
And
was his head coach at the Texans?
Texans. And who has the better culture?
The Patriots.
Yeah. Tennessee only has money, and their deal was not that much different. So New England's deal was more incentive based, where it was they were going to give him around the same total amount per year, but it was like, hey, you got to work for it. Mm-hmm. Which, if you're going to be in this better situation with a better coach, a better quarterback, a better team around you, why not go for it? Like, I understand, like I said, he's trying to get her not after the ring, after the money. He would have still gotten the money in New England and put himself in a winning situation. And I mentioned this to you earlier, Steve. I think it speaks a lot about New England not being able to sell their program and their culture and their franchise as being a place to be. I understand, but I don't. I understand this decision from DeAndre Hopkins.
What did you say was on his laundry list of things he said he wanted from an NFL team?
A quarterback that loves the game, a great defense and defensive line, and stable management.
So that, to me, just, it's almost like DeAndre Hopkins chose the easier route. He's had 15 injuries in his 9-year career. I know all of them weren't serious injuries, but one of them, an MCL tear, a grade 3 MCL sprain, concussion. So at some point in time, you want to think, okay, DeAndre Hopkins should be worried more about, okay, let me get my ring that I've never gotten. Let me try and make a playoff run. And he chooses the option that isn't going to get him there because, like you and me have said, the quarterback is a super, super important piece of a championship winning team.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan Tannehill, Malik Willis, and Will Levis.
Yeah.
I understand why he wants to go there because I think that from a standpoint of they needed a big receiver, he fills a need for that. But on a standpoint of winning, like wanting to, like the end result of the season, it just sounds like he's chasing a bag over anything at this point.
I think someone in New England made a bad pitch or a bad sale, because you can go New England and say that, like, if I'm the Patriots, I say to DeAndre Hopkins, look, you help us figure out Mac Jones. You help us win a couple more games, maybe sneak into a playoff spot, to a wild card spot. You take this money, which was going to be almost the same now. You work really hard. You get to get the money, the extra money that you still want, and help us get that extra mile. And then next year, you will have earned it. Other teams will look at you and make competitive offers. So even if you don't retain him, he can still chase that bag, would be a part of your team and winning right now. So I think New England not being able to make that pitch and secure a receiver of his talent speaks a lot to New England's falling as a franchise, and that's a shame.
The Patriots just don't have, apparently what this is telling me is the Patriots just don't have what a player wants to go there.
Apparently not. I don't know.
That's confusing.
Yeah, again, I think DeAndre Hopkins just said, give me the money, and good to him, but he could have had the money and the glory and then maybe got more money had he just put the work. Like, it just seems lazy to go to Tennessee. It's just like,
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I think that's what this is. It's laziness. He took the team that offered him the most guaranteed money now instead of having to work harder for incentives. And, maybe he saw the writing on the wall. Maybe he saw Jalen Ramsey and Sauce Gardner over there in the same division and said, I won't be able to hit those incentives in New England if I go there because I'm going to have to go against the toughest competition every single time I'm on the field, 2 of the top 5 cornerbacks in the
yeah,
league. I don't know, but it does sound very lazy.
DeAndre Hopkins is a Titan now. Cool.
Good for
I
you.
don't. Yeah, I this makes no difference to me about it. Like, I think. Well, now we talked about. I think the Titans can move up in their divisional
Probably.
rankings, but I don't think it makes any difference within the league as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah, this is
I
kind of
agree.
whatever.
No,
Yeah.
it's. I think we hit the nail on the head on this one. I think DeAndre
Mhm.
Hopkins is just lazy and was looking for the most money he could find.
Yeah.
Listen to the sound. I listen to the sound.